بسم الله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. So, inshallah, we're a few weeks away from Ramadan, and we've been doing a series of habits, inshallah, to really think about what we're going to use Ramadan to build which habit in our life during Ramadan and post-Ramadan. So we talked about 4 habits. Today we're going to talk about the 5th habit. And this is a habit, subhanAllah, that I believe a lot of people have forgot about or use very infrequently. And it's the habit of praying istikhara. The habit of praying istikhara. The Prophet ﷺ used to teach the companions to do istikhara like he used to teach them a surah of the Quran. It was that core. And the Sahaba used to do istikhara in all their matters, even when they were going to buy a shoe. Which shoe do they buy? SubhanAllah, today many of us still do istikhara, but we do it for the big things. Marriage, a career change, a move. We do it once every several years. That's why I want to invite us to bring this back as a daily habit. Because every day, subhanAllah, we're making decisions. Every time you open Amazon, you're making a decision. You're going to buy something. Right? Have you prayed istikhara? And subhanAllah, when you pray istikhara, over time it changes your heart. It brings you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So let's go into a little deeper. What does istikhara mean? And how to integrate it as part of our daily life. So istikhara, basically you're asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through a specific hadith I won't go into due to time right now. But it's a specific hadith, it's a specific dua that you make, and you can find it in any application, you can find it online. But you're asking Allah that if this matter, and you name your matter, is good for me, then make it happen and make it easy to happen. And if it's bad for me, then stop it from happening and give me something better. And make my heart content with this change. Now, some people believe that when I pray istikhara, I'm waiting for a sign. I'm going to close my eyes, a flashing neon light's going to come in front of my head. It's like, do it, do it. There's none of that. It's either it becomes easy or it becomes prevented. I'll give you an example, and it's a personal example, and I believe I've said it here at the masjid before, but it was very tangible to me. 4 or 5 years back, we had a prognosis for one of my kids that we had to remove their gallbladder. And subhanAllah, we felt as a young kid, let's get a second opinion, let's figure this out. It's not a big procedure, but for a kid, why do they have to go through this? Is this really the source of the issue or not? So we prayed istikhara. Now, you pray istikhara and you proceed with the thing you're going to do. So we prayed istikhara to do the operation for my son, and we set a date, everything, and subhanAllah, the day of the operation, as we're leaving the house, my wife usually puts some fruit for the kids outside so they can snack on something healthy. My son unconsciously takes a strawberry, puts it in his mouth, as he does every day, and he's like, Mama, Baba, I'm ready to go. I'm like, what? What did you just do? He's like, nothing. I just ate a strawberry. Of course, anesthesia, you can't eat anything for 8 hours before. So we call the doctor. He's like, no, I cannot operate. We can't operate on someone who just ate. It's like, okay. You see, it was prevented from us. So we reschedule the operation. We pray istikhara again. And I won't make this long for you, but 2 months later was the opening. We do it 2 months later. The night before the operation, my son gets a stomach bug, he cannot operate. So at that point, we went and found a third doctor, and the third doctor's recommendation was do not operate on him. He doesn't need this, he needs something else. So again, showing you the power of istikhara. Once you do istikhara and you go and do the action, if it happens, know that this is best for you. Even if in our human eyes we don't see it as good. Even if we went with the operation and there were side effects or this or that, that is best for us. The moment you do istikhara, you have transferred this heart to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and said, I believe in whatever outcome Allah gives me. You will never regret anything again with a heart that is in the habit of asking Allah, if this is good, make it happen. If this is not good, prevent it from me. So istikhara, inshaAllah, when we talk about yaqeen and we talk about tawakkul, these big concepts, istikhara is the daily habit that you can incorporate that will change your heart over time. Now, the beauty of istikhara is that it's a dua done at the end of 2 voluntary rak'ahs. So you can't do it after Fajr, you can't do it after Dhuhr, Asr, Maghrib or Isha. But any of the sunnahs, you can bundle it with it, or you can pray 2 rak'ahs just for the matter of istikhara. So one of the things that I recommend to people is pick one of your sunnahs, maybe Sunnat al-Fajr, and make it your daily istikhara. You're going to make a decision that day, something that's you're contemplating. Buying something, talking to someone about something, even a new rule you want to put in your house. Is this going to be good for the kids or bad for the kids? Pray istikhara. And what this does, brothers and sisters, is many of us, this reaction, something happens and we make a decision. We have impulse buys, we have impulse decisions, we have reactions. Istikhara creates a pause. Something comes to your mind, okay, let me go make wudu, or let me wait for the next salah, let me think about it, let me think about the implications. I'll ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and if it works out, then this is the best. So, as Ramadan comes, pick one of your sunnahs and say, this is my daily istikhara. Or 2 rak'ahs in Taraweeh, or 2 rak'ahs in the middle of the night. Pick a salah, add it, or use one of the ones you currently do and say, this is my daily istikhara. Use Ramadan, build the habit in Ramadan, and continue inshallah after Ramadan. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring our hearts closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala remove any regret from our hearts. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen our yaqeen and tawakkul on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help our brothers and sisters around the world. Ameen. Wa salli Allahumma ala Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman kathira. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.